south stand tonight, Saturday night. I did hunt this morning here, but I didn't see anything except for on the way in. I bumped 2 deer. They were right in the field. No avoiding it. All I saw was their tails going into the woods. But because we're supposed to get a little bit of rain tomorrow, I'm on this stand tonight. And if it's not too treacherous, I'll hunt out of the ground blind tomorrow afternoon. Just early afternoon now, and see what comes up. Hopefully I get a few does that come in. I haven't seen many does here this year. I saw those 5 does. And that's unusual, at least compared to last year. Last year I had does all year long here. So, this week we should start seeing some seeking and chasing, so I'm hoping I start to see some does over here. That'll bring the bucks in. But for right now, take what we can get. Still didn't find my arrow from last Sunday. I can't believe I can't find it. It's laying right in that field somewhere. But the wasp jackhammer did a good job. Left a pretty decent hole in that deer. But just to show you how tough those animals are, I mean, I double lung that deer and he ran 100 yards. Oh, never give up looking for a deer. But that was an easy one to find. Well, didn't see anything tonight. So, we'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully the rain's not too bad. And we'll be able to maybe connect with one out of the ground blind. I've never got one out of the ground blind before, so that'll be a new one for me. Look forward to it. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, 20 after 2, Sunday afternoon. Just starting to rain. We got a storm system coming through. It was supposed to be really bad, but it seems like it's not going to be as bad. So I decided yesterday that I was going to hunt the ground blind, which is what I'm going to do. The wind's coming out of the northeast. Usually when I have an easterly wind, which is very rare on this property, I've had great luck. But this will be the first time hunting the ground blind with that easterly wind. Winds were supposed to pick up till 15, 16, 17 miles an hour. That was as of yesterday, but today it got downgraded to 10, and right now that they're about 6, 7, so that's not bad at all. So I'm just hoping with this storm system coming through that these deer will be up on their feet. They'll be moving. I will be hunting tonight out of the ground blind. Like I said, it's an Ameristep Silent brick house. It's a new blind I just bought this year. I'm not sponsored by any of these guys at all. Just telling you what I'm using. I will be shooting Easton Axis 5mm arrows. That's what I shoot all the time. They've been performing well for me, so I like them. I have 4-inch veins on them, nothing fancy, but they work pretty well. And I also have nocturnal green lighted nocks on them. So tonight from the ground blind, you want to use your fixed type broadheads. I got Muzzy MX4s on there, and usually when I'm hunting out of my stand, lately, like starting last Sunday, I was using a Wasp Jackhammer mechanical broadhead, which is my first time ever using a mechanical broadhead. I've always used fixed, always had good luck, never had any reason to change. But I wanted to try them out this year, so I started out with the Wasp Jackhammer. I just like the design of them. They perform well. I mean, put that buck on the ground for me, just like anything else I've ever used. I usually shoot Muzzies exclusively. But anyway, that's my setup for tonight. Of course, I'm using my Hoyt Axius Alpha, which is a 30-inch axle-to-axle compound bow. I bought a few years ago. I really like the way it feels. I really like the way it shoots. I think I'm shooting around 65 pounds pull right now. So anyway, that's all the technical stuff. Now I need a little luck. I think I'm set up in the right spot with this ground blind. I just need a little luck and these deer to be on their feet. Last Sunday, they were definitely on their feet. I had 2 deer come in behind me. That's when I shot the 5-point buck. But I checked my camera earlier, I think Saturday. I checked it Saturday morning, and I had 2 spike horns that came to my south stand right almost exactly the same time last Sunday afternoon, around 4:30. I think it was 4:25 they came to the south stand, and I shot that 5-point when the other 2 came in. That was at 4:35. So within 10 minutes of each other, I had deer at both of my stands, so that's a good sign. And then on my way out to my truck, I spooked up another couple deer, an 8-point, and another deer. I didn't get a chance to see what that was, if it was a doe or if it was another little buck. But the bucks that I want to see, I haven't seen in person yet. So hopefully today's the day, and hopefully he's within range. So when I get to the property, I want to tell you a little bit about the property too. I'm blessed to be hunting some private land. It's actually an old golf course. If you haven't caught that on some of the maps I flashed up on the screen, it's an old golf course. So it is really just an awesome property to hunt. It's mostly fields with strips of woods, as you can imagine. Your fields are your fairways, and you got strips of woods in between and all around. The east and west side of the property have neighborhoods on each side, so the deer love that. They feel really safe in there. And the south end of the property is bordered by some town land with walking trails, and there's always motorcycles, ATVs in there. So, and there's people walking in there all the time. So the deer in this area are really acclimated to people. So when I walk through, if I spook a deer up, it spooks them at the time, but they come back. They don't seem to stay away because of it. So that's a positive thing, but it's a real blessing to be able to hunt this property. I don't know if I'll be able to hunt it next year because it's actually, the owner's got it for sale. So I'm hoping that he sells it for his sake. And I think he will. But it's about 60 acres of property altogether. And it's been great hunting there the last 2 years. I've had the big buck that I'm targeting. Both of these big bucks, big 8-point and the 14-point with the drop tine. I got pictures and videos of them both last year. I just haven't been able to get in front of them in person yet. So I'm hoping that with the rut coming on this week, we should start seeing some seeking and chasing. And then the following week, we should be starting to get into the early rut. So it's the most wonderful time of year if you're a deer hunter, whitetail hunter. So I'm going to keep at it. The next 4 weeks are going to be intense. So hopefully I'll pick you back up when we're in the blind, and hopefully I got some good news to report and a little bit of deer tracking and whatnot tonight. If not, it'll be a good video for this week anyway. This is real hunting. You know, this is blue collar. You know, 90% of the time when you're hunting, you don't get to see deer. So I've always watched these programs on YouTube where these guys got 30, 40, 50 cameras out there, hunt 1,000-acre properties. They got all their target bucks. They got all names for them and everything, but I just don't have that kind of time because I got a real job and real life to live. But I do get out as much as possible, which is almost every night. But that's going to come to an end with this time change coming on us in the next couple of weeks. Once the time changes, unless I take time off from work, I really can't get out in the evenings. So it'll be Saturdays, Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons, Sunday afternoons. That'll be my main hunting times. And I will take a few days off during the rut. I just have to. It's the only way I can really hunt the rut. So I save up some time for that. But we'll see. I'll pick you back up when we're in the blind. Alright, well, we're in the blind, obviously. Just a light rain. The wind isn't bad at all. Hardly any wind at all, really. It's early. Just about 3 o'clock or so. Hopefully we get a deer long line soon. Get an early Sunday night would be nice. Well, hopefully I'll check in with you in a little while. Well, just got back to my truck and heading home without a deer tonight. But that's okay. We had a good time. Had a good time hunting this weekend. A great experience earlier this week, bringing out young Eli for his first hunting trip, and that's the reason I got that ground blind set up, and it turned out I needed that ground blind tonight. I stayed nice and dry, but I did not see any deer at all tonight, and that's okay. We'll hit it again hard this coming week. Like I said, we should be seeing a lot more activity by the end of next week. Next weekend, next Saturday should be real fun. And we'll take it from there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time I'm out. Catch you on the next one.